Hi, Ada. You wrote an in-depth report analyzing China's demographic trends. Now, Chinese authorities have tried to arrest its falling birth rates. Have they succeeded, and what's your forecast going forward?
Thank you, John. So, looking back over the past few years, the central and local governments have been proactive and to some extent creative in trying to boost birth rate in China. Unfortunately, previous measures such as three-child policy, tax breaks for children have yet to have a meaningful impact as fertility rates just keep falling. In terms of our outlook for China's birth rate going forward, we believe China's Year of the Dragon in 2024 may bring a short-lived boost to its birth rate to 6.7 babies per 1,000 people from the 6.4 in 2023. However, in the longer term, we believe annual births in China may drop to 8.1 million babies by 2035, and that's almost 60% lower than the 20-year high of 19.8 million newborns in 2012.
What about marriages and divorces, and how are these factors influencing China's population?
So China could struggle to arrest a plunging marriage rate, despite policymakers making it easier to wed and harder to divorce. We believe the country may record a record low number of marriages this year, and that's exacerbated by depressed consumer confidence and also 2024 being a year of the widow, when it's considered bad luck to marry. On a more longer term basis, the number of couples marrying could fall to 6 million by 2035, and that's down more than half from the 2013 peak of 13.5 million. Based on our base case scenario, we believe China is likely to face an uphill battle in reversing its shrinking population as people live longer and have less babies. China's population peaked in 2021 at 1.41 billion people. And based on our projections, by 2035, the country's population could drop to 1.36 billion people. And this is basically a reversion to 2012's level. Just to put this into context, the country could have 51 million less people by 2035, and this drop is equivalent to 1.3 times the population of California, which is the most populated state in the United States. And what's more staggering is by this time, the number of deaths would increase to over 1.7 times that of births. We believe that this decline is more of a structural issue as people's desire to have babies remains muted, while mortality rates may climb as the population gets older.
What further measures can authorities do to reverse these trends?
Well, we believe China's policymakers are likely to step up the pace of reform, focusing on reducing the barriers standing between the reproductive age couples and their desire to build families. We think the governments may seek a more gradual rather than abrupt pace of change, and a complete change of existing child birth control is unlikely for now.
And lastly, tell us how you came up with these forecasts.
Well, we put together an interactive 50-year outlook model on China's demographic change, which is available on our terminal. In this interactive model, the users will be able to input their own assumptions for the key drivers in order to forecast the changes in China's demographic profile. As we all know, United Nations, among other international organizations, have different population forecasts for China, but the historical numbers tend to be different to China's government's official releases. So we decided to build our model based on data from various Chinese agencies, and these include China's National Bureau of Statistics, Development Research Center of the State Council, Ministry of Civil Affairs, amongst other Chinese authorities. The key differences between our model and the UN models is that we will be updating this on a more regular basis so that our users can stay up to date on the latest development.
Ada, thanks for your insights.
Thanks a lot, John.